Hey guys, what's up? Thank y'all for joining me. Let's jump into our show. Who we got in here? Let's see. I see my top flights are in the building. Thanks for being here. Everyone else is coming in still. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We don't do a 10-minute wait, child. When they get here, they'll get here. All right, so let's jump on into it. I chose to go ahead and pull this information on Epstein now versus doing it for Car Chronicles because it's so much information and I don't want to have too much political stuff in my show for Car Chronicles tomorrow. So I said I'm going to go ahead and dedicate a video for that because it's so much, it's so many updates. People are getting arrested. I feel like Trump ass is getting ready to be next. Hallelujah. All right, but let's get into it. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hey guys, hey everyone coming in, everyone. Hello. All right, let's jump on in, honey. Let me go on and blow y'all wig off. All right, so the person that you guys thought was what was announced on the news was that Epstein. Let me put up my trigger warning banner. Because baby, stuff we get ready to talk about, y'all gonna be like, oh my God. All right. So it was announced on the news that Epstein unalived himself by way of hanging. Well, it's been shown here, and I've seen it on several reputable sites here that he is in Israel. This man is not dead, y'all. So a viral photo from Israel is raising one forbidden question that is Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to show you guys some stuff. They're asking, is he really unalive? Now, we're going to also look at some information from a security guard who was working during the time that they said that Epstein was unalived. All right, we're going to show some things. Y'all can sound off in the comments of what you guys think, but this is crazy. So a viral image, 2 gaming accounts, and 1 missing CCTV minutes says that Epstein was declared unalive in 2019, yet digital footprints appear years later, then vanish overnight, which, so a wheelchair sighting, a prison exit with no return, an 11-hour tape missing the exact minute that matters. Too many coincidences are connected to this. A lot of people do not believe that he is unalive. They feel like he was taken away on a private plane, unbeknownst to some people. I feel like some money was probably exchanged for him to not be in prison. All right. I think that he is, I think this is him because according to some of the pictures and stuff that I looked at, let's get into it, y'all. Okay. He is surrounded by several security guards. Okay, he's walking around Israel, who is believed to be him. Let's say that. Okay. All right. So obviously it looks like he's grown his hair and beard out because he was clean cut prior to whenever we first came to know and or see him back before 2019. But this is how he looked. This is what we remembered him looking like. Okay. He still had the gray hair, but he was very clean cut, no beard, none of that. Now he's grown his hair out, child. Y'all see this? So these images have come up. Records show an email, and it shows the email here, linked to Fortnite purchases in May of 2019 after he was reportedly unalived. It links back to him. Okay. It's a Fortnite account named Little S Jeff. Surface Israeli flag on display picture. This is the gameplay activity trace from 2023 to 2024. How could these things happen if he was unalive, right? Another account named Jeffrey Epstein appears on Rocket League, reportedly active days ago. Both accounts later turned private. Now, these pictures are floating around. Epstein's unaliving August 10th of 2019. 2 hours later, a police officer posts something unusual. Said it claims Epstein left the jail in a wheelchair. I do feel like some people were probably behind him getting out of there and sent to another country where he could not be extradited. Y'all know anytime you got a lot of money, he had what I think they said he was worth $500 million. I do feel like he may have paid the right people for him to be sent to another country. Maybe they're saying he's in Israel. He cannot be extradited from Israel. This is an anonymous message, I think, from the security officer. Said that the post claims no weekend medical transfers. A van entered the jail. Epstein never seen returning. It says not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me. But last night at 4:15, count said that they took him medical in a wheelchair, front cuff, but not one triage nurse says that they spoke to him. They said the next thing we know, a trip van shows up, said that we do not do releases on the weekends unless a judge orders it. They said next thing we know, he's put in a single man cell and hangs himself. They said that here's the thing: the trip van did not sign in, and we did not record the plate number. And a guy in a green dress military dress in a green dress military outfit was in the back of the van, according to the tower guy who let them through the gate. It said, you guys, I am shaking right now, but I think that they switched him out. So it looks like they may have switched him out and got him the hell out of the U.S., knowing that these charges were pending, knowing that certain deaths were going to be uncovered. I told you guys about this trap door that was on Epstein Island. I'm getting ready to show you guys that now so that you guys can get to see that right after this. All right. So the DOJ released 11 hours of CCTV footage, exactly 1 minute missing. It said that the minute tied to Epstein's unaliving. Okay. This was him in the cell, alleged. No single detail proves anything, but coincidences keep stacking. Is the official story complete or convenient? All right. What do y'all think? They're saying he's hiding out in Israel. I do think that's very possible. I don't think that he's unalived. Hence the reason why Ghislaine Maxwell is pleading the fifth and not speaking. It's something that she knows. I do believe that. Let's get into some more details here. I'll show you guys everything I know. I've been looking at documentaries today too while I've been getting my work done. I've been looking at some documentaries. Prince Andrew is going to be, they're saying, looking at possible more charges as well. He paid Virginia Giuffre, y'all remember the young girl who was also one of the trafficking victims, where Prince Andrew said he never laid eyes on her, he didn't know her, but then a picture surfaces with him with his arm around her, and he was also in a picture with Ghislaine Maxwell. The picture was taken by Jeffrey Epstein, it was said. But Virginia Giuffre, who was said to be 16 during the time, she said she was trafficked all of 3 times and had 3 sexual encounters with Prince Andrew. So how the fuck you never seen this person, don't know or recall ever laying eyes on this person, but you in a whole picture with this person, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this. Newly released video logs appear to contradict official accounts. So from what the news announced about Jeffrey Epstein unaliving himself, it seems like there's some funny business going on behind the scenes here. Okay. All right, so let's read. Shout out to CBS News. It said the newly released Department of Justice documents show that investigators reviewing surveillance footage from the night of Jeffrey Epstein's death observed an orange-colored shape moving up a staircase towards the isolated locked tier where his cell was located at approximately 10:39 p.m. on August 9th, 2019. It also appears, according to an FBI memorandum, that reviews by investigators led to disparate conclusions by the FBI and those examining the same videos from the DOJ's Office of Inspector General. All right. So this is the FBI analysis of video footage. All right. This looks like where they kept some type of like track record time and then occurrences in terms of what happened during those times. The FBI log describes the fuzzy image as possibly an inmate. Okay. The DOJ Office of Inspector General's analysis says that it is possible someone is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs. Official reports state that Epstein died by suicide sometime before 6:30 a.m. when his body was discovered by a corrections officer delivering his breakfast. No official time of death was ever determined. Now that actually they would have to have a time of death if they're writing up said jail documentation. If he hung himself, that has to be very detailed in documentation for his file. So I'm not sure why that wasn't done. That's kind of weird, right? Now, in an in-depth analysis of surveillance video from the jail, CBS News previously reported on the figure on the stairs and consulted independent video analysis who said the movement was more consistent with an inmate or someone wearing an orange prison uniform than a corrections officer. So yeah, it would not be a corrections officer because they do not wear orange, only the inmates do. Now, official reviews of Epstein's death make no mention of the figure in orange, and later pronouncements from authorities were that no one entered Epstein's house in Tier the night of his death that they know of, right? Which all of that should be on camera. Something fishy is going on. Now, corrections officers assigned to the unit that night failed to complete inmate counts at 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Now, why is that? Of all nights, why is it that this particular night that they're saying this man hung himself and all these things happened during this particular time, between this time, because they're saying it, what, 4 something in the morning. So they're saying between 3 a.m. and 5, between that window, that he was alleged to have hung himself, right? So as well as mandatory 30-minute wellness checks of Epstein. So no one came to check on him every 30 minutes, and no one did any type of documentation of him in his cell, right? So the noose Epstein allegedly used has never been definitively identified. Now, according to the Inspector General's report, a noose collected at the scene was later determined not to be the ligature used in Epstein's death. Y'all not see some fishy stuff going on here? All right, one of the officers described Epstein as shirtless when he found him. Evidence records indicate a shirt believed to have been cut from Epstein's body was later returned from the hospital in a bag of personal belongings. The new documents also show that the New York City's Office of the Chief Medical Examiners reviewed the jail surveillance footage 6 days after Epstein's death as part of its investigation and concluded the video was too blurry to identify any individuals. How convenient, right? So y'all can see every other prisoner moving about in the prison, but this particular night when they're trying to get rid of said person, probably to help him go to another country, Israel to be exact, to where people would think that this man, because did we ever see them wheel a body out? You mean to tell me the king of pop, Michael Jackson, can pass away in his house from some damn propofol, and we can see the coroner back their van up to this man's home, pour his body out. Like we literally saw Michael Jackson's body being taken out of his home. But Epstein, we don't see no sign of that when this man hung himself allegedly in a fucking prison. So we don't get to see him in a van where they back up and they're wheeling his body out with a sheet over him. Really? So Epstein is more important than the king of pop now. Is that what we're doing? Something's fishy going on. I got my eye on y'all. So the medical examiner did not provide an estimate of how long Epstein may have been unalive before his body was discovered. They do that on First 48. So y'all didn't do that in prison? Really? CBS News had previously reported on the officer's unorthodox handling of the crime scene. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting. All right. Yeah, I'm pulling all this shit because it just does not seem right. All right, so that one I saw already. Okay. Give me a second, y'all, because I'm pulling a lot of receipts here. All right, so let's look at some stuff that I pulled because, baby, when I start seeing pictures of people popping up, walking around in another country, and they supposed to be unalive, somebody got some fucking explaining to do, right? Oh yeah, that's why they're not letting Ghislaine Maxwell out, because they don't want her ass to be trying to leave the country too. Because I hear her family also has access to submarines. I saw that today too. I hear her family also have access to submarines, which were also said to have been going to and fro from Epstein Island. That's how they were transporting girls from other countries as well, unannounced, unknown, unseen. Because y'all know submarines go underground, right, under the water, right? So yeah, who's looking for something like that? Here's the reason probably why that trap door too. So if they're transporting girls, now that I think about it, they're transporting girls from other countries, okay, brought in from other countries, young girls, is said to be from 8 to 17 maybe. So could that trap door have also been used with the submarines where these people were parking under this island from like this makeshift, I don't know, alleyway? And bringing these girls through there so that no one could see people coming in and off this island, just in case someone could be sitting with binoculars or something. I'm just thinking hypothetically, because I watch a lot of crime shows, okay? I'm just thinking. All right, so y'all follow me. We're gonna look at some stuff. Y'all just sound off, honey. I'm just keep showing, I'm gonna keep throwing out some stuff and y'all just sound off. Because this video right here, honey, we are going to uncover some things. We are going to look at some things here. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, it says that the New York District Attorney got a court order making 4Chain and others to hand over records. Now, the poster was identified as prison guard Roberto, what is that, Grijalva? Okay, Grijalva. I think that's how you pronounce the name. All right. So what is this document here? Let's see. Let's make it a little smaller. Okay. So I think it's just validating who this person is. Okay, he is a prison guard. All right, so this is like some type of report, number 2093, generated on 8/14 of 2019 at 10:04 Eastern something time. Requested by, that's been redacted, case number, it gives the case number, records provided pursuant to subpoena, all records. Okay, so this is them asking for certain records, okay? All right, so let's go down here, because I thought this was interesting as well. All right, so it said said that this entry doesn't correspond to a deletion. This was on 8/10 of 2019 at 9:46. So let's get into what it's saying here. Comment says that not saying anything after this. Please do not try to dox me. I think I read this already. But last night after 4:15, that's what they said. They took him to the medical wheelchair. That's what we just read. So this is what the actual security officer who was said to have worked the night of Epstein unaliving himself, he gave, I think, this statement here. Okay, so I think he was scared during this as well, because you know sometimes you see things you're not supposed to see, you can become a victim, right? Okay, so United States Government Memorandum, Metropolitan Correctional Center, New York, New York, dated August 12th of 2019, to warden, okay, to the warden in Dye, from SOS. Okay, this is the officer. Okay, this is corrections officer that we just saw, Gravalgo, how we say his name. Subject, past information from Special Housing Unit. All right, so let's see what it says. On Friday, August 9th of 2019, at approximately 1:50 p.m., ISOS Gravalva passed on to an oncoming staff member, Officer Davis, and present shift staff, SOS Shakir, and Officer Joyner. That inmate Reyes number, it gives the inmate's number, was going WAB and possibly may not return. Also, that inmate Epstein, and it gives his number, will be needing a cellmate upon arrival from his attorney visit. Interesting. Okay. All right. So let's stop sharing there. All right, let's look at this makeshift door I was telling y'all about this morning. Okay, because anytime I talk to y'all about something, I always like to show y'all proof. Because we don't do no capping over here. All right, we don't do no capping. We will show y'all some receipts. So let's get into that. This is Epstein's home, or on Epstein's island. Okay, Epstein file reveals, and this is also listed, as you guys can see in the Epstein file, a trap door leading to the sea. And I told you guys Epstein's island was surrounded by shark infested waters, correct? Now, could it be, and I was just saying, could it be, now that I'm looking at this, I told you guys Ghislaine Maxwell's family does have access to, because they are very wealthy as well. They her father, I saw in a documentary today, her father, they're saying, committed suicide by falling off of a yacht or something like that. And they said he had a heart attack and all this other stuff. And they're saying that it didn't happen that way. Even Ghislaine Maxwell said she doesn't believe that happened to her dad. So something's mysteriously happened to her father as well. But it said that her father also taught her the game in terms of how to manipulate people, because he was a manipulator as well. But she came to know Epstein because he promised her all of these riches and things like that, this different lifestyle. And she was able to travel the world with him as well. But Epstein had a relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell because she, of course, was helping to traffic girls, but she also had access to submarines. So I feel that by this, because you guys can see this sea, the sea is under here. You're going to see a better picture here in a second. I feel like they were transporting these girls from other countries by way of planes, private planes, because he does have a private plane, and bringing those girls onto the island by way of submarine and bringing them through this trap door to avoid seeing, you know, from so much traffic being seen on this island of young girls, right? Okay, so y'all see this? That's water, right? Look at this. These are stairs. Why would there need to be stairs here, right? That means someone is coming from this area, right? That means someone is entering this area. Why are stairs coming here from this trap door. This is on the inside of this is a building on the inside of the island, because there were different buildings on this island. Why would there need to be stairs for someone to climb up? Right? Let's just ponder on that for a minute. Let me read. Okay. Shout out to this website called Scary. Now, it said the documents from the Epstein files reference a trapdoor in his Little St. James property that appeared to open towards the sea. I feel like some bodies were thrown down there too, because remember we talked about this morning, so many barrels of sulfuric acid was ordered and asked to be delivered to Epstein's island. Right? Some bodies have been thrown. So again, this is shark-infested waters. Y'all know when sharks smell blood or see blood or taste blood in the water, right? What better way to get rid of a body than to throw it in the shark-infested water? You'll never see said body again, right? So imagine how many people were not accounted for anymore, okay, that went on this island and was never accounted for, probably children too. Probably children too, right? So although rumors claim it may have been used for secret movement or concealment, let's not just say secret movement, its purpose is unknown and remains a mystery, okay? Yeah, I feel like Epstein got the fuck out of Dodge, because when he goes down, several other people, and people are starting to go down right now, and I just told you guys that they're also seeking other charges for Prince Andrew. So his ass, he getting ready to get some more charges too, since he paid, what's the child name? Virginia girlfriend I saw today, $15 million to shut her damn mouth when she put that picture out there. Because all of a sudden you didn't know who she was, you ain't seen her, but she was trafficked to sleep with you all of three times. But then a picture pop up and you write a check for $15 million. I find that to be very sus too. But as you guys can see, this is the trap door that leads into the sea surrounded by Epstein Island. And as you guys can see right here, there are steps that are going up into the actual housing part of said island. Don't that look weird? That's scary, right? That's a little scary. That's a little scary. All right. Let's keep going. We're not done. Let's get into Pam Bondi. She might be looking at some charges as well, because she actually got caught lying under oath. Imagine that. Trump got his people lying under oath, and your ass about to go down for him. Now I see why. Now that I think about it, what's the girl that Marjorie Taylor Greene? Now I see why she jumped ship last year. If y'all think about it, Marjorie Taylor Greene was also working with the Trump administration, and she too decided to give up her position. I think she knew that this shit with the Epstein files was getting ready to come out, because y'all know with politics and all these political people, they know about things prior to it getting to the American people, right? Just like COVID. They knew that shit was already out. They knew COVID was dangerous and people were going to die. Like, how many times did we see on the news the president and his people going to the private plane, all right? And they had on masks. It was like, why the fuck they got on masks? We didn't know what the hell was going on, right? But they already knew that COVID was already that it had already touched down in the U.S. They were protecting themselves and hadn't even announced it to the American people for us to even protect ourselves. And millions of people lost their lives for this makeshift what can we call it? Makeshift disease that they're saying was made in fucking Japan, China. But these same motherfuckers y'all want to fight. If they can make these are people you don't want to fuck with, right? You do not want to fuck with China and Japan if they have the capability to make a disease that can wipe out millions of Americans, right? We ain't even talking about weapons of mass destruction yet. We're just talking about some shit they cooked up in a lab and tested on a few little animals over there and sent that shit over here by way of their people. Are y'all following where we're going? This is what we're looking at. And this motherfucker right here knew about it and sat on that information and allowed millions of people to be unalive. So now I see why Marjorie Taylor Greene gave up her spot, which was great for you. And several other people that was in his camp as well gave her the spot, which is why I said during midterm elections, we're going to be looking real good, because they need a certain amount of people and a certain amount of votes in order to keep him in office. And because Marjorie Taylor Greene and other people have given up their spot, that's going to give the Democrats a little one up on their ass. So great for y'all. It's going to be some more people jumping ship as more of these Epstein files come out and more people get exposed, because as people start to get arrested, other people are going to start talking and giving up names as well. Trump, you were mentioned 38,000 times in these Epstein files. And I saw today You had 17 felonies already from this shit right here prior to being in office, and 4 other cases that you had to also go through, and you also have other shit that you have to face as well. But because you're in office, and I told y'all the other day, he's trying to keep his ass in office to avoid these charges. What other country do you know that have a fucking president with 17 felonies, right? We are the laughing stock, I swear. All right, let's get into this Pam Bondi shit, because she about to be getting into some shit too. So I said that you lied under oath, right? Ted Lieu blasts Pam Bondi over Trump Epstein RAPE claims. Now, let me tell y'all what I hate, and before we play this, I hate to see a woman get her ass up and cap for a nigga that you know, okay? For a nigga that you know is on some bullshit. You hear and you know that Trump's name is mentioned 38,000 times in the Epstein files. Why the fuck do you think his name is there? So why are you up here capping for someone and lying and putting yourself in a position to be locked up, lying under oath, because that is a crime too, okay? For Trump, girl, it's not worth it. Trump keep people around him to do his dirty work. I guarantee you he ain't gonna pardon you if your ass get fucking locked up for lying for him. I guarantee you that. But let's get into a shout out to Baller Alert, because baby, all right, let's listen to these lies. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so excited over here. I'm so excited. I forgot to share. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't seeing this. Y'all ain't seen the damn thing. All right, so we're gonna run it back. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I'm pressing the buttons over here. I can do that. Okay. Boom, boom. All right, and
Done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Legislation. This is
time. Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And
it's done. There is no evidence.
And it has something to do with children. Because I already looked it up. Yes, Trump, Mr. There are no Epstein files. What is this shit right here? From the Bureau of Investigation. Pam Bondi, you might want to shut up, right? You might want to shut up, Pam, okay? How dare you accuse me of a crime? Girl, you just lied under oath, right? When you're talking so fast and you're trying to be capping for somebody that you shouldn't be capping for, then you find yourself in some shit, right? Boom. So he got your ass. To see how calm he was when he exposed her. That's what I like. Let me see that one more time. That stirred my heart up. Let's play it one more time.
That Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock. Stop the clock.
Legislation. This is
time. Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump.
It's done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most.
There's no evidence that he committed a crime, but you're listed 38,000 times in the Epstein files, and where girls are being trafficked and some unalived as well, and sexually abused. Okay, yeah, that's a crime. If that's not a crime, I don't know what it is. He said it won't know. First he said it was that. Let me tell you the first crime. The first crime is him saying that there were never any Epstein files. Okay, only for us to find out your ass was there 38,000 times. Now that's a crime in itself, right? But so it says that watching the cover up in real time is mortifying. Now a congressional hearing turned heated when Congressman Ted Lieu, all right, the little Asian man y'all just saw, confronted Pam Bondi over her statement that there is no evidence Donald Trump committed a crime in connection to the Jeffrey Epstein files. Now, Bondi defended Trump, saying that the presidency has been transparent and that Trump requested the release of the files. Well, why is it that his head of security over there, okay, the little Indian-looking guy, why is it that they were saying that some files were missing? So you guys released the files y'all wanted to release and the ones that y'all wanted to keep secret, because Trump didn't release the file where he was listed for 38,000 times in there. He didn't release that. The government released that. He didn't release that. He had nothing to do with releasing that. So why did that file get released? See, y'all picked through files that y'all wanted to release, the same ones that y'all said didn't exist. So why is it that the ones that Trump was listed in, why were those files redacted and hidden? Right? Weird, right? So those are the files there. Of course, we can't read that, but it's of course legit. These are files that they're saying Donald Trump, this is the statement that the limo driver gave where he cooperated with the feds for on Trump's ass. So yeah, on some things that he overheard. Now let's get into Jasmine Crockett, because she is confronting Pam Bondi. I love this. Ooh, it's right in my alley. I love this type of stuff. Yes, God. All right, I'm gonna leave the trigger up because there's a lot of stuff going on here. So Pam Bondi has been a complete and total failure at her job. This is according to Jasmine Crockett. Shout out to her. The Epstein survivors showed more courage just by being in that room than she did under oath. Said that she refused to answer questions and chose complicity. Let's get into what Jasmine had to say.
Let me address the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massie, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on. And frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In fact, this administration is complicit. But there are numerous others, like how the DOJ is attempting to obstruct justice in the investigation of the rogue agents who have murdered American citizens, or how the DOJ seized voter data from Fulton County in an attempt to steal the 2026 midterm elections, or how federal agents have Tom Homan on tape accepting a bribe and your agency killed the investigation, or how your agency is ready to give the president a $230 million payday, which is unconstitutional. The Constitution is clear. The president shall not receive any payment except his salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history. An attorney general who is prioritized.
Y'all hear that? Money being exchanged. Didn't I just tell y'all that with the whole Epstein thing? I feel like a lot of money was exchanged to get him the fuck out of the U.S.
Obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield. Let me address the survivors, because that's exactly.
Oh, she was on the road. Come on through, okay? Yes, honey. She said the only one on the Republican side that had a backbone. All right, let's get into this person here. I told you guys, everybody's connected to this Epstein thing, baby. They falling like dominoes. Let's get into it, honey. We about done. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I had to drop this tea in your lap, honey. All right, so Lord Mandelson resigns after the Epstein files and will step down from the House of Lords. Y'all, Not Lord Mandelson, honey. So Lord Mandelson, shout out to Value, what's that? Valuetainment. So Lord Mandelson says that he has resigned his Labor Party membership to avoid causing further embarrassment following renewed scrutiny over his past links to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the former cabinet minister who was removed as U.S. ambassador last year over the same issue appeared in newly released U.S. Department of Justice files showing Epstein made three $25,000 payments to him in 2003 and 2004. That says in a letter to Labor's General Secretary, Mandelson said that he regretted being further connected to the controversy surrounding Epstein. What y'all think about that? Everybody's stepping down now. But stepping down is definitely not going to keep you from getting them good charges up on you for trafficking, all right? For every young girl that you slept with or had any inappropriate interactions with, your asses will go to fucking jail, okay? I'm just saying. And they need to get warrants for every single one. Every country needs to start issuing out warrants for everyone that was connected directly with this Epstein situation, along with Ghislaine Maxwell. They already got her. She's serving 20 to 25 years. Okay. Everyone that was in direct connection with trafficking these young girls from other countries, within other countries as well, because Jeffrey Epstein, I hear, had homes in several countries where he was using his homes in order to carry out his pedophilia ways. All right. But he was using people like Lord Mandelson and Prince Andrew and Donald Trump and other people who he was rubbing elbows with, very prominent people in and out of the U.S. to carry out said things. And it was said that he also kept receipts on everyone, because in all of his homes, as well as his Epstein Island, he kept cameras. He recorded everything. Why do all pedos do that? R. Kelly did the same thing. Diddy did the same thing as well. Pedophiles keep cameras around just in case they get caught. They can say, hold up, on this date right here, I got you on video. You are on video right here with a 16-year-old. And that's the reason why he did it. Epstein was making sure he did not go down by himself, right? That's what they all do. Oh, they're not going down by themselves. Diddy did it. And so did R. Kelly. Yeah, R. Kelly had a whole bunch of tapes. Y'all know he kept tapes with him, right? Whew, let's get into this next person, child. All right, is this my last one? All right, so yeah, this is my last one. So we are uncovering the Epstein bullshit. Now I'm gonna have some more Epstein stuff tomorrow, but all of this stuff tomorrow, I did not want to show this tomorrow because that would have had my show so long trying to give you guys all of this on top of all the other news that you guys can use. But let's get into this, honey, because listen, somebody else's ass is getting arrested in connection to Epstein, child. Whew, baby. All right, shout out to the Truth Wire, honey. All right, so pilot involved with Epstein tracking ring has been arrested in Brazil. So they're all the way over there in Brazil getting people. All the way over in Brazil. All right, we get ready to look at his arrest here. So a 70-year-old pilot in Brazil accused of trafficking minors and running a sex exploitation network was arrested just before takeoff. So he was in connection with Epstein. So they done got his ass all the way over in Brazil. All right. Now, authorities say that he operated a large-scale operation related to Jeffrey Epstein. The arrest happened at the airport, preventing his departure as the investigation continues. Let's look at him getting arrested, child. Y'all ready for this?
Não, a gente está comandado, a gente te acompanha lá só para poder liberar aqui, tá bom? Por favor.
That means turn your ass around and get these cuffs. I just translated for y'all. 70 years old going to jail, being a pedo. Man. Oh, they're getting them. It's gonna be some more going down. All right, Trump. As soon as these midterm elections hit and they lose this election, your ass going too, because y'all know they can't arrest him as long as he's in office, and he knows this. That's why his ass trying to stay in office. But thank you, Pam Bondi, for lying on the oath, so you can go ahead and get your charges as well. Okay. And thank you, Prince Andrew, for doing all the shit you were doing in lying as well, because you were lying. You done lied in several interviews I saw today. I saw about 3 interviews where the motherfucker was lying. All right. The royal family, they don't even want to fool with his ass no more. They done kicked him out of all the mansions over there. The nigga stand over there in a little makeshift shack over there in over there in Britain, child. They don't want to fool with him at all because he brought so much embarrassment to the royal family behind this Epstein bullshit. So you out here paying $15 million to shut people up, and pictures and stuff popping up everywhere. So from what I saw today, they are saying that there may be other charges connected to Prince Andrew for his pedophilia ways with his connection to Epstein. Okay, so yeah, we're going to see as time go on, we're going to see more people getting arrested. We're going to see more and more things coming out. But I do feel, and let me go back to this first post, that this person is that they found over in Israel. I do feel like that is definitely Jeffrey Epstein. And a lot of this shit that we just read, it seems very sus to me that this person was able to go to a whole different country and live his life untouched. Okay, because we hear about this all the time. People trying to say for the longest that that Tupac Shakur was not unalive. He was in another country. Like, yeah, I don't believe that shit. But this right here, it's too many suspicious things happening here. Like, it just is weird to me how certain people who are supposed to do a job that you do every day, security officers, you have to log everything. So why are you guys not logging things? And then Epstein is not checked on between this time and this time, and coincidentally between this time, something happens and nobody knows anything that happens, but you see a mysterious object going up a stairs and this van pulling up and taking somebody up out of there. And the person that was at the guard shack allowing said van to come in, and no one logged the tag number. Like, those are things that you're supposed to do. So no one did their job that day and allowed Jeffrey Epstein to escape prison, but then you guys announced on the fucking news that he hung himself. Does that not sound weird? So it's gonna be some other people I feel that should also be in direct connection to some arrest as well for this shit that we're seeing right here on my screen, right? So this is a viral image. Now, do I think that he's probably still in where they said that he was in Israel? Do I think he's still there? Could be, could be not. Now that this picture's floating around, because he's obviously on social media if he has all of these email addresses that we just saw, right? Several email addresses, right? Y'all see that? Why would one need this many email addresses, right? Like, why? This nigga still got Yahoo. Who uses Yahoo anymore, right? Yahoo, Gmail, Epstein, like Jeffrey Epstein, something at jeffreyepstein.org. Like, why would one be using a Jeffrey Epstein email address and you supposed to be gone? You supposed to be unalived in 2019. Like, what is going on here, right? What is going on here? What is going on? It's like, what, 10 email addresses right here? That just seems very sus to me. It seems very sus to me. Okay. Yeah, y'all see this shit? I'm just gonna go back through it again just a little bit so y'all can see what's going on for those of you just coming in. Okay. Because how is this person unaccounted for? And then we see him pictures popping up in Israel with him walking around looking like Jesus. The nigga's walking around Israel looking like Jesus with his hair all grown out and a full-fledged beard. Like a whole fucking pedo. But y'all sound off on that. We're gonna end this video. Thank y'all for being here. Girl, I am blown. I'm not shocked, but I'm blown. Okay, because yeah, I knew some fishy shit was going on. But yeah, I'm gonna spin the block, and of course, any updates that I get, we will definitely give you those. So sign off and let me know what you guys think about this information that we just dropped on you guys. All right, thank you to my top flight mods, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the content creators as well. Thank you to all of my Caramelians. Also, let me scroll back up. Grandma 504, I think she had someone to pass in her family. Shout out to you, ma'am. Condolences to you. I hope that sending prayers as well to you and your family, and I hope that that you get some peace, honey. And you're able to get some sleep, because y'all know, child, when you lose somebody in your family, it's not easy. So send some love. Y'all send some love over to Grandma 504. I hope she's still in the chat. All right, let's send some love and see your air hug, because she do support me and I love her. All right, so y'all send her some love. I really hate to hear that. So my condolences to you and your family. And for anyone else, if you lost someone recently, condolences. I think Mary, you too, Miss Mary. I think Mary lost someone close as well. Same for you, Mary. Condolences to you and prayers up for you as well. All right. Y'all send some love over there to Miss Grandma 504 and to Miss Mary, honey, Miss Mary White. Those are my faithful supporters. They're here almost every video. So thank you guys for the support and the love. And we sending it right back on over. All right. Sending it over. Yes, honey. Send some prayers over there. All right, so if y'all enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also hype up this video as well, okay? You can share this video if you like. Go back and do the replay for those of you that just came in and came late, okay? You said it's hard. Let's see. Mary said something. Let's see. Mary said it's hard. I'm still grieving for my nephew. Thank you. Yeah, I know that's hard. Child, I've lost family members as well, so I get it, all right? I get it. Just pray, honey. Just stay prayed up. All right. And if you got to get that good old grief counseling, I always push it, honey. Grief counseling will also help you. You said it's almost my birthday, real. Okay, come on. Your birthday is almost. You got what? Your birthday is around what? Valentine's Day weekend. Okay. We find out, Grandma 504. So happy early birthday. Okay, we're gonna send you a happy early birthday. Okay. Yes. Says Cameron, thank you for my. Yes, and I give out virtual hugs. All right, y'all know I love y'all. Let's get out of here, okay? So now I got to go and put a video on. I think I'm gonna go on Rails World right quick and put a video over there right quick. So if y'all want to go over there, you're more than welcome to do so. So I'm gonna get off here and then I'm gonna shoot on over there and put a video over there. And in the meantime, in between time, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.